Well, you've done it again. You overwhelmingly voted WLAF as your favorite radio station for a fourth straight year. And we here at the old radio station, turning 60 in May, want to say thank you. Without you, there would be no need for a WLAF. It's our pleasure serving you on the radio, television, and the web every day, and we thank you very much for voting for us. Campbell County Sheriff Robbie Goins announced this week that his office will actively participate in the National Red Ribbon Week, the week of October 25th. Every year is celebrated as the start of Red Ribbon Week. The week commemorates and renews the spirit of avoiding and preventing the usage of alcohol, tobacco, drugs, and violence. The history of the celebration of this week dates back to 1985, when Drug Enforcement Officer Enrique Camarena was abducted, tortured, and later shot down and killed by a Mexican drug dealer. The citizens of California came out in procession wearing red ribbons in the memory of the service of the officer. We would recommend that this week you wear your red-colored ribbons to show your stand against drugs, violence, tobacco, and alcohol, and increase awareness among our fellow citizens. By wearing a red ribbon during the last week in October and throughout November, Americans demonstrate their ardent opposition to drugs, and approximately 80 million people participate in Red Ribbon events every year. When most baby boomers dig back through their school memories, they have an image of the way the school teachers were in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. Mary Evelyn Gross fits that memory to a T. The longtime educator was laid to rest today. She passed away Saturday after a brief illness with cancer. Gross attended the same church, Cedar Hill, for more than 70 years and taught school in Campbell County for 42 years. She taught at College Hill School and served as principal at Grantsboro School. Mary Evelyn Gross was 87 years old. The Planning Commission meeting is just concluding. The City of La Follette Regional Planning Commission met at La Follette City Hall today at 4:30. The agenda included discussion of Whisper Creek, a planned unit development. Bill Cox is the developer. The committee considered approving a subdivision plat located at 2006 Loop Road, the Ruby Trowbridge Estate. The property is zoned for R2 High Density District, and the applicant is Tony Crutchfield. A 4,000-gallon above-ground storage tank that is planned to 100% gasoline is being applied for by Rob Woodson and Jeff Hoskins. If approved, the tank will be constructed at the La Follette Exxon station located across from Woodson Mall. That property is zoned C2 Highway Business District. Tomorrow, that's Friday, the first school teacher in at the Sugar Shack wins donuts. As the saying goes, a donut a day. Laura at Sugar Shack says more teachers prefer Sugar Shack donuts than apples. That's why she's given away a box of a dozen Sugar Shack donuts to the first school teacher to stop in at Sugar Shack in the morning. Sugar Shack and Hazel's are hosting a fall festival Saturday from 10 a.m. until dark 30. At noon, it's Feed the Pigs. 1 o'clock, the pumpkin race. 2 o'clock, mug holding. 3 o'clock, sack race. 4 o'clock, pie eating. 5 o'clock, sweets walk with the coon. And at 6, it's movie on a large screen. Bounce houses, games, pumpkin painting, face painting, hay rides, and more are all part of the big event. All donations benefit the Relay for Life, and if you'd like information, call the Sugar Shack at 566-2300. TDOT reports that on Monday, October 29th, motorists should be alert for possible lane closures on I-75 north and south near mile marker 141 between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. That time, crews will perform roadway repairs. Motorists should use extreme caution and expect potential delays and be alert for slowed traffic approaching this area. And the Highway Patrol will be performing license checks on Friday, October 26th at Demery at the White Bridge. And that's a look at our news. Stay tuned. We'll be back with a press release for you in just a moment. And there are 14 names on our press release today from the Campbell County Sheriff's Department. 14 people booked into the jail in the past 24 hours. Jimmy Lee Davison III, age 39, of Clinton, on 2 counts of a capious bench warrant. Jerry Lynn Hansard, 63, of Forest Lane, La Follette, for aggravated assault by domestic violence. 35-year-old Margaret Ann Hicks of Kentucky Street in Jellicoe on a capious bench warrant. Andrew Dalton Kitts, 19, of McNeely Drive, La Follette, for possession of a Schedule 6 controlled substance and violation of a drug-free school zone. Jeffrey Keith Lowe, age 41, of Hickory Hills Lane in La Follette, for violation of probation. 29-year-old Dustin Adam McNeely of West Chestnut Street, La Follette, for possession of a Schedule 2, 3, and 4 controlled substance and meth. 40-year-old Jeffrey Lynn Pack of White Oak Road in Duff for public intoxication. Matthew Wayne Pritchard, 22, of Cave Springs Road, La Follette, for domestic violence by assault. 34-year-old Damian Vincent Reynolds of Tannery Lane in La Follette for violation of the light law, driving while revoked or suspended, 3rd offense, criminal impersonation, and on a hold for another agency. Jessica Nicole Rodriguez, 26, of Loop Road, La Follette, for theft of property between $1,000 and $9,999 and on a capious bench warrant. David William Schmidlin, 56, of Lake Street, La Follette, 2nd offense of driving under the influence, drivers, failure to use due care, and violation of the seatbelt law. 38-year-old Philip Scott Seiler of Park Place Road in Caravel for violation of probation. Elisha Michelle Wilson, age 30, of Lake City, for violation of probation and on a capious bench warrant. And last on our list today, 62-year-old Philip A. Young of Young Road, La Follette, on a capious bench warrant. And that's a look at the news. Thank you for joining us. Have a good evening, and be sure to come back tomorrow. We'll have the end of the week news for you.
We sing happy birthday to you, and may all your dreams come true.
Happy, happy birthday.
Oh,
this is your birthday song.
Oh,
celebration all night long.
Oh,
may all you...
Hello Campbell County, Jason Shockley here with you for your WLAF and Eastside Pizza and Deli Birthday and Anniversary Club. We don't have any anniversaries to announce for today, so we'll go straight into our birthdays. Celebrating birthday, we have a belated birthday to Josh Edders. And for today, Caitlin Robbins and Jeannie Parrott celebrating birthdays today. I want to wish both of you a very happy birthday. Hope you've enjoyed your special day. I also want to remind everyone out there viewing that you can call us, email us, or fax us and have your birthday and or anniversary announced right here on TV Channel 12 and Radio 1450 and be eligible for our drawings every Friday for 2 free dinners to Eastside Pizza and Deli. Speaking of, stay tuned tomorrow and we'll have the winners of this week's drawing right here for you on WLAF. We thank you for tuning in and invite you to stay tuned. Your news continues after this.